If you thought Rogue One was good, it gets even better. Tell him, Devin. He wasn't ready. What is up, everybody, and welcome to another delicious episode of 20,000 Films Under the Sea. I'm your director tonight, Ernell Pearson, alongside, man, we don't see here too often, it is Devin Brevin, the dude.
Wow. So this is the classiest podcast.
It is. How's it feel? How's it feel to be a part of the classiest podcast out of Good
It
Kraken?
feels kind of dirty, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it happens, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes dirty is classy.
It's been 30 seconds, right?
Okay, for sure. No. Yes, it has. It has. Yes, it has.
I feel like a used fleshlight that got thrown out and rolled around in the gravel and then ran over by a semi truck.
I just want to make it very clear that you would be mad at me for saying that on a podcast. Can I just make that very clear? You'd be like, or no, you can't say fleshlight. Like,
I don't think I would be. I've been conditioned at this point.
That's good.
Maybe
to know.
like 3 years ago.
Yeah, for sure. See, now we need, for whatever reason, we have to condition Xander because he almost straight up dipped out of an episode.
He degenerated his filter. Like he went back to being a wholesome person. I don't understand.
Yeah, man, you know what I mean? Because it's like
imagine being wholesome and nice. It's
listen,
crazy.
I know that talking about segregation is a fizzly thing to do on a podcast. I totally get that. Okay, it's teetering some lines, but I argue that nobody is ever going to go watch our podcast and then message us being like, "I can't believe you support segregation." Nobody thought I was being serious. Nobody thought that. And if Xander, if you're watching this, I hope you understand. Nobody thought I was being serious.
This is the direction you go.
I'm just saying, man, on the classiest podcast under the Good Kraken umbrella. That's right, baby.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Devin, how was your Friday, sir?
Good. I'm like literally right at the end of Expedition 33.
No, you're not.
I'm right there.
No, you're
I'm
not. No. There's an entire other act, brother. There's an end game.
But what about rolling credits?
That's what you remember me saying that last week? I rolled credits on the game and I was like, oh, fuck yes, finally. And then it said Act 3. And I was like, what the fuck?
Well, I want to roll credits. I want to say that much. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, you can say that. You can say that, brother. But there's a whole other final boss, dude. All you did was get what's called painted power that allows you to break the 9,999 damage cap. That's all you did. And so now you can create builds for going into the final boss fight. You can get up to like 4 million damage, dude. It's fucking crazy. The kind of stuff you can do that game.
Insane.
So
dude, yeah, I've been playing that game without using any guides or anything, and I've been having a fantastic time with it.
It's a good game,
dude.
man.
It's so good.
It's a good game, man. I'm excited about it. I can't stop thinking about it, dude. It's really, I haven't beaten the third act yet, but I'm still like, oh, I just wanted to fucking play it all the goddamn time, man. It's a good game. It's a good game. We'll be seeing more about it this winter when it's in the running for Game of the Year. I'm fucking sure.
Oh, 100%. 100%. It's going to be down, like, it's going to be this or Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Do you think we'll see that Oblivion remaster on there?
I hope not.
Because
you know how I feel about
they
that.
flipped us upside down last year, dude. You know what I'm saying? They flipped us real weird last year when we had to have that argument. I don't know, dude.
I hope not. I hope not.
I hope not too. I agree. But I also hope that we can stop talking about video games because we don't talk about gross video games here on the movie podcast. We talk about movies because this is 20,000 Films. Under the Sea, your choice for all the nerdy pop media news, reviews, and discussions that you want each and every goddamn week. I know you want it. If you want to keep the lights on and cameras rolling, you can head on over to patreon.com/goodkrakenpods, where you can submit questions and topics to the shows, get exclusive content, and have early access to episodes like this one before they go live on podcasts and video services wherever you like to watch and or listen. But if you've emptied your pockets for the latest and greatest in entertainment, that is totally cool with us. You can join the GK community on our Discord channel by clicking the link down in our description section down there below in hitting follow and subscribe, if you're watching on YouTube, of course, and then subscribing to our podcast channel by searching 20,000 Films Under the Sea or Fat MS13 member. And we'll be right there.
And you still say this is the classiest podcast?
It is. It is. You know what I'm saying? It is. It is. See what that's called? It's called appealing to the non-crowd. Okay? Because if I say that I'm fully aware that I look like a fat MSC13 member, maybe conservatives will watch our content. And then they will block us on our next piece of content where we tell them that they're chodes. Because we like to do that a lot. Right now, tell our jokes.
Listen, guys, you go far enough left, you get your guns back. Just saying. Just saying.
That is a fair point, Devin. Devin, guess what?
Chicken butt.
We don't have our guns back yet, but we do have director's commentary. Guys, we have tons of wonderful episodes of content for you guys to watch, starting with Songs from the Abyss, our D&D podcast. Session 13 is out and is one of our better RPG sessions that you guys can go in there and listen to and hang out. Our campaign's sizzling up, baby. These boys found out a little bit more about their BBEG, and it was a good time. It was a good time. And then on Monday, we got another episode of the Shipwreck Show that released for you guys. Tuesday, actually. And you guys can go check that out. We got a chance to talk all sorts of stuff, like segregation. Sarah was very upset.
You're not going to leave it alone.
I'm not, dude. I got to give him shit, bro. He almost left the episode, dude.
I do get this weird tingly feeling every time you say it. I'm like, oh, that's bad.
Yeah, it's the white in you. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the deal. They hear me say it, and they're like, oh, he's melanated. He doesn't mean that. I'm saying? Because I don't mean that. Why would I ever in a world want segregation to come back? You know what I'm saying? Xander's like, oh, that's fucked up, dude. That's fucked up. And you're right, it is. Segregation's fucked up. That's on record now. So which one are they going to believe, Devin? Which one are they going to believe? Are they going to believe Shipwreck Show Ernell or 20,000 Films, the classier podcast Ernell? We also have we also have an episode of Good Kraken's Death Ratio. That is Devin and Garrick's video game podcast.
The best podcast.
The quote unquote best podcast. They got a chance to talk about GTA 6 getting delayed again.
We had a really good conversation that day. Actually.
It was a good episode. You guys had a pretty knockout of the park episode. It's not as good as 20,000 Films.
See, when you're not there, we do amazing. But when you're there, it's just chaos.
I'm rarely there anymore. You know
I know, but when you are, it's chaos.
And the people love it. I'm just kidding. Anyways, you guys can also join our patreon.com/goodkrakenpods, where you guys will find some exclusive content on there, including our spoiler cast for the newest Marvel movie, Thunderbolts, is out over there. You guys want to check that out, have that conversation with us, you can catch that content exclusive to our patrons only. And then just a couple of weeks away is officially Summer Game Fest 2025, baby. I'm so...
Are you stoked?
Am I what? Am I what?
Are you stoked?
Fuck yeah, I'm stoked, dog. Like a motherfucking fire, dude. Like, it's gonna be so much fun. I'm so excited for those events.
You know what comes out the same day? The Final Fantasy MTG set.
It does. What's more important?
I mean, I get both, so it doesn't matter.
And then lastly, guys, we are not going to be having a new episode of Songs from the Abyss this week. Unfortunately, a couple of us have some life things that we have prioritized and have to put on the forefront of our priorities. So we will not be able to record an episode this week, but we will be back next week with another new episode. And we should be good after that for a couple of weeks. I think we won't have any holdups. But thank you guys for being so patient for us with our episode rollouts for Songs from the Abyss. We know that a lot of people like that content. We're trying our best. Trying our best. You know what I mean? Like Dungeons and Dragons, like all sorts of weird schedule shit all the time. It happens. It's part of D&D. Devin, could you tell the people at home what we're doing next?
Maybe.
He cannot. He was too busy playing Expedition 69 that he didn't put the goddamn show notes up. So I will tell Devin instead what we're doing.
We actually didn't send them in the show notes.
I didn't. You can open Google Notes, Google Docs, just like
know what you're talking about.
A normal human being.
You want to know what we're talking about?
What's that?
One of the greatest things to ever happen in an Andor episode. The monologue.
That's right, baby, because that monologue was hot. I'm saying it was hot. But this monologue is half as good of a monologue that is in Andor, specifically episode, I think, 7 is what it was. But instead, the monologue for us is where we tell you guys about some hit movies and shows that are releasing from today's date, Friday, May 16th, leading into next Friday, May 23rd. And starting with today, we have the brand new Final Destination Bloodlines dropped in theaters. I am excited for that movie. I know that it's not Devin's cup of tea, but I like the Final Destination movies. They're like low IQ, but I'm okay with them.
They're very low IQ.
They're very low IQ. It's very low. Watch people fucking die, dude. You know what I mean? I guess that's why The Monkey was so good, because it was like higher IQ than Final Destination.
Yeah, but The Monkey had like written comedy to it.
Yeah, it did have that.
There's a difference.
Final Destination
I
takes itself
guarantee you,
seriously.
Bloodlines doesn't even touch the Monkey.
Oh no! Oh God, no! I mean, The Monkey was one of the best movies of the year so far, technically.
Yeah. It's actually being widely acclaimed right now.
Yeah, no,
after a lot of people
if the what do they call the people that do the Oscars, if they actually liked horror movies, it probably would win awards, to be honest with you, but they don't fucking like horror movies, unfortunately. Also today, we also have Hurry Up Tomorrow, the new movie starring The Weeknd and Jenna Ortega. That is out in theaters. The wonderful movie The Brutalist is releasing on Max as of today. And we also got the first season of the brand new show Murderbot dropping on Apple TV Plus. That is a show based off a comic book run of the same name. That looks super interesting. Very interested in that. Next Tuesday, May 20th, we have The Legend of Ochi dropping onto VOD, as well as the hit George Clooney movie from last year, Wolves, dropping on VOD as well. So definitely catch those bad boys. Wednesday, May 21st, we have the second season of 9 Perfect Strangers dropping on Hulu. I've heard very good things about that show. I've not watched it yet, but it looks interesting. And then next Friday, a very, very tough day, my friend, because we have both Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, which is the movie you're going to be reviewing, by the way, just to let people know ahead of time, dropping in theaters, as well as the live-action remake of Lilo and Stitch, dropping in theaters as well. Also including the continuation of the Fear Street series of movies from Netflix, introducing the new Fear Street Prom Queen that's dropping on Netflix the same day as well. So we're going to have a busy weekend next weekend, my friend. Are you going to see Mission Impossible with us?
Maybe.
I don't know if you were trying to be part of that review or not. I know we like us some Mission Impossible around here, so.
Well, we'll see. I might be doing practice because right after this, I have to go to band practice.
You know what they say about band practice, Devin? Never mind. I'm not gonna. Never mind.
I was gonna be like, says the guy that can't do things on certain days because he also has practice.
I do. Sundays. That's literally the only day.
Yeah. I mean, Fridays I'm usually not doing this, so
Nextly, we have.
This is your podcast, not my podcast.
I like having my business partner here because we can just bust each other's chops for an entire fucking hour. And have
Look, I do Tuesdays, you do Fridays. Yeah.
Do Tuesdays, I do Fridays. We get together on Sundays. Anyways, the
We
final
don't get
cut.
together on Sundays.
We
It's
don't. We
Saturdays.
don't. I know Saturdays actually. Guys, the final cut. Our headlining segment tonight. We are talking about Andor season 2 in a spoiler-free review, baby. Oh God, I'm so excited to fucking talk about the show with you. The story of rebel spy Cassian Andor's formative years of the rebellion and his difficult missions for the cause are presented here in season 2 of the hit Star Wars show. Released April 22nd, 2025. Directed by Ariel Kleiman, Janus Metz, and Alonso Ruiz Palacios, I think is how you pronounce it, who respectively are known for their work in Partisan, True Detective, and the hit movie from Mexico, La Cocina. Technically La Cochina, I guess you could say. And then written by Tony Gilroy, Bo Williman, Dan Gilroy, and Tom Bissell, who are known respectively for their work in Rogue One, House of Cards, Nightcrawler, and the hit game Gears of War 4. God damn, no wonder. You know what I mean? God damn, no wonder. Those are 3 really good pieces of content to be writing on. Music by Brandon Roberts, who is known for his work in Black Box, Fear Street Part 2, as well as Pet Cemetery Bloodlines.
Can I just say his music work in this show far outweighs everything else he's ever done.
He's done before.
Like,
I saw his creditations and I was like, what the fuck? Did he just smoke a bunch of fucking crack before doing the music for this show? I was just like, I got it, dude.
Because we're gonna talk about it, but the timing and the very specific music pieces that are used for scenes in this show just hit you emotionally.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, dude. It's pretty fucking crazy. Devin, could you lift your mic up just a little bit? I don't know why it's being a little funky right now.
I lifted it up a little bit.
Oh, that's better. That's better. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. A budget, Devin, of over $645 million.
Fucking shows.
Holy shit, dude.
It shows, though.
That is an expensive fucking show. And it does show. It definitely does show, dude. Because this felt like 12 fucking movies, bro. It was crazy, dude. No box office, obviously, because it's a show, but runtime for episodes run anywhere from 42 minutes to 58 minutes per episode. Some fun facts for you guys. The show ended on May 13th, 2025. That was 3 days ago. Exactly 10 years after Diego Luna was announced to play Cassian Andor in Rogue One, A Star Wars Story from 2016. Exactly 10 years, bro. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking nuts, man. Cassian's blaster is a Briar pistol, which was introduced in Star Wars Dark Forces in 1995, a game that is set in the non-canon Star Wars Legends continuity. With the release of Star Wars Battlefront 2015, the Briar pistol was adapted into the official canon. This series marks the first live-action appearance of the blaster. The prop was based on the K-16 model that appeared in the games, but after the prop designers added some extras, it was given the name MW-20. And apparently that gun is a big thing. He takes it with him to interviews and shit. It's fucking crazy. He really likes that fucking prop gun.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And then lastly, originally planned for a 5-season run, the series will conclude after 2 seasons and 24 episodes, ending just before the events of Rogue One. This decision was made due to the lengthy production time and the necessary post-production time that made each season's production schedule almost 2 years. While season 1's events took place over a few months, season 2 spans over 4 years. And weird typo here. And been shown in 4-3 and will be shown in 4 3-episode blocks with a year of time passing between blocks, which was a really, really cool additive there.
Yeah, you can tell that each 3-episode block feels like that those were meant to be the last 3 episodes of a season.
They were total arcs, dude. Total arcs.
And I liked it. I liked it that way.
It felt cool.
It was good. But man, do I want more? Like if Lucasfilm Disney doesn't learn from this moving forward, then like what the fuck are you guys
No, for,
doing,
for
dude?
fucking real, dude. Devin, let's talk about it, man. What were your thoughts on Andor season 2?
Oh my goodness. First of all, the production quality of the show is magnificent. It
Hmm.
looks and feels like a cinematic movie experience from start to finish. Every single episode. Fantastic. Um the the writing is not only the best Star Wars writing, but probably some of the best TV writing I've ever experienced. Ever. The character building from season 1 to season 2, the arcs that these characters go through, the way that these characters interact with each other, the way that you can see the emotions that are flowing through these characters just due to their actions and their physical animations, especially with with uh um let's see here, Supervisor Daedra Miro. Oh
Oh,
my
Daedra, Jesus
god.
Christ, man. Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god, and Cyril, those 2 characters, like, don't get me wrong, like,
Fuck both of
fuck
them.
Basham,
But
fuck
like,
them,
yeah.
but holy shit, was it hard to not like their characters just because of how well written, how well portrayed they were. It was impeccable. The amount of betrayal that happens in this show between everybody and like the interaction, the characters' needs and wants. It was just all perceived and displayed in such a well thought out way. And like every single cast member, oh my god, still in Skarsgård.
Oh
Come
shit,
on,
still it's
like,
Guard,
some
dude.
clap,
Luthen,
what a
brother, what a
what a
character.
magnificent performance in this show. Like he did not hold any bars back. That my man brought it.
Hmm.
Episode 7. We get
Oh.
another monologue for the ages. What is up with the Gilroy brothers, dude? These
Hmm.
guys,
Hmm.
they got the sauce, man. They got the fucking sauce, dude.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like half of that budget was probably just spent to have those guys on here.
I'd like to hope, man. I like to hope.
Yeah. Just fucking great. And Guinevere O'Reilly as Mon Mothma. The
Yeah.
the whole
Yeah.
the whole Senate speech, man.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
Oh
that gave
yeah,
me
dude.
chills. That gave me absolute chills. Like, that was a moment. That was a moment. And just that whole, like, with the Imperial security and everything, and just, like, the teams and stuff, and, like, the way that everything was going down when that was happening too. It's oh my god. There's no exposition in this show. They just do everything, and they just show it to
Hmm.
you. It's
Hmm.
just it's just there for you to see and pay attention to, and just it oh my god, it's so good. And, like, episodes, especially episodes 8 and 9
Yeah.
are
Hmm.
some of the best television I've ever seen, like, by far. Like, emotionally gripping television too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed, man.
Um, Diego Luna, fantastic. There's I'm sorry guys, we've all seen Rogue One. We've all seen the movie. It's been about 10 years.
Yep.
There's no more Cassian Andor. His story is concluded for us now. And because as you know, season 2 is the final season of Andor, which leads directly into
Yep. And
Rogue
it
One.
does. It does, dude. That last episode, man.
And I watched Rogue One this morning.
Hmm. Oh, I'm going to this weekend, brother. I'm telling you what.
Yeah, like and that still is one of the best. It is it's still the best Star Wars movie in my opinion.
I
Still,
wholeheartedly agree. Wholeheartedly,
it is
man.
the best. And I'm sorry, it's not followed by Empire Strikes Back because everybody knows it's Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah. Yeah.
everybody knows. And then it might be Empire Strikes Back, but still.
That's to be debated. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, like Bix, man, we must protect Bix at all costs.
God damn.
At all
Ain't that right?
costs.
Ain't that right?
What that girl went through it. Adria Orjana did a fantastic job portraying her, and in that finale, did you feel something? Did you feel something when it got all quiet?
In the finale, dude, that scene was the one that almost got me to break
Dude,
out a tear.
I it didn't full on happen, but I watered up on that part.
I choked up hard because when you realize what it is that it's doing, like because they don't show that it was a screen that he's looking at. They just show their face, right? Looking at the camera. And I was like, huh? And then it was like 3 sentences in, I was like, oh no, right? Like, and oh, dude, that fucking, it almost got me, man. It almost fucking got me, dude.
Yeah. I have a dumb theory on who that might be.
Oh. I mean, like, there's a technically, because Devin's talking about a big fat fucking plot twist that they reveal at the very end of the last episode. That thing can be read about in some of the later Legends books. Yes, there is some involvement. So there's some information you can find out, my friend.
Is it what I think it is? That you might think it is?
Well, I don't know. We'll have to discuss that off recording.
Okay.
Because yeah.
Okay. Continuing on. Ben Mendelsohn.
Mm.
Dude. He's not in a lot of this. Like we said, this is a direct lead in to Rogue One. But Ben Mendelsohn is such a piece of shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's you made Cyril suck.
Yeah.
Ben Mendelsohn is an awful human in this show. And I loved it. Like, again, performance great. I'm forgetting the actor who played Partagaz.
Oh yeah. He's a bigger actor. Like I want to say.
I'm seeing if I can find him.
Yeah, I'm trying to, because I'm looking at a casting listing right now. Let me see here.
No.
Oh no way! Alan Tudyk does the voice for K2SO.
Yeah.
Oh, I fucking forgot about
he's
that.
He's the same one who voiced him in Rogue One.
I didn't know that. That's fucking cool.
Dude,
That's
also, like, can we talk about how K is probably one of the best droids to ever come around?
Oh, he's great. He's great. Yeah. It's fucking rad that he was an assassin drone. Super fucking rad, man. God, who was he? Hold on.
I don't know. I'm not seeing a listen. Also, I just want to state, I love that Lucasfilm was finally like, okay, it's okay to recast these characters. They recasted Bail Organa.
They did, and I don't know if you saw why that was. I guess there was some for the people at home. There was some kind of scheduling conflicts with the original actor that was keeping him from being able to return for this, and so their producer was kind of like, "Well, why don't we get this guy? Because he's great to work with. He looks close. We could totally pull that off." And honestly, he pulls it fucking off, dude. It almost felt like he had been that character.
Yeah, you could not even tell. Like, it's a little weird at first, like just at first.
For a split second.
But then completely fine. Which I think paves the way. Because we're seeing the recasting of Baylan Skoll, who's being played by the actor that played the Hound.
Yes. Oh, and he looks so good too. Like that photo they showed. Oh my god, man, that looks so sick.
Yeah. And I think this leaves room for, like, if they want to use like characters like Luke Skywalker and stuff like that, it's okay to recast them. You know, it's just
it's all right, man. It's all right.
Partagaz
is being played by Anton Lesser.
Yeah, he's fantastic. Like,
he's really good. Fantastic. He's really good, dude.
Really good. Really good. Also, who ended up becoming one of my favorite characters, especially by the end of the series, Clea.
Oh my god, Clea was so good, dude. She's
He
so good
has
in
the
this season.
most like Cassian is espionage, right?
Mhm.
But Clea has the most badass espionage sequence in the second to last episode.
I feel like her character, generally speaking, is just like super badass. Just like for
Yeah.
no fucking reason. And I remember like seeing her in the first season, and I was like,
Mhm.
nah, she's got the sauce. Like she's fucking it, dude.
Yeah.
She's gonna be so
Well, we
sick to
thought
see.
she was Leia at first, remember?
Right, because there could have been like some relation there, you know, like the name or
Mhm.
whatever. And I mean, like, I thought for a second that that's kind of what they were leading into with that one
Mhm.
episode. And then I was like, no, that doesn't necessarily make sense based on that timeline, right? And so,
Mhm.
unfortunately, not. But her character is still super compelling in this season.
Oh, Clea is one of my favorites, like hands down.
Hmm.
And I really liked that we got the flashback of her connection with Luthen and
Yeah,
stuff like that. It
yeah,
made so much sense.
yeah.
And it also like states like what made Luthen become this person too.
Yeah, very, very cool sort of call to a very similar like Sith apprentice type relationship, right? And that,
Mhm.
you know, overall in the whole overarching story of Star Wars is really kind of cool to see how they rolled that
Mhm.
out.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean overall man, like I could talk for days about this show. I really could. This show is fantastic. I don't have any complaints besides I wish I had more to watch, but I'm also still very happy with where it went. It didn't waste any time. We had great arcs, great character arcs, great closing to stories because there are a lot of characters introduced in this show that are not in the movie Rogue One. So we
Hmm.
got to see where all those characters went, how their stories ended, how that all took place. The visual effects were fantastic. Everything was so grounded too, in such a real way. Like especially for a sci-fi like Star Wars thing. This is the most not Star Wars feeling Star Wars thing ever,
Hmm.
and it's the best piece of Star Wars content I have ever experienced.
Sure,
I
man.
I I don't have a complaint. I really don't. It's it's a fantastic show.
Yeah, I mean, come on, dude. Like that, like this is just art. Honestly, this show is just art.
Mhm,
You're right. I don't think I can come up with a single complaint about this show, to be honest with you. Specifically season 2. Season 1 I can
mhm,
see where some people couldn't like fully vibe with how much of a slow cook that is. But this one like starts out cooking a little bit slow, but the slow cook in this season is still way more than the slow cook in the first season, right? And
opening to the season, it starts off on
oh
such
my
a banger note.
god,
It
dude, the whole
starts
little
off
like
so
heist thing.
banger.
Holy shit, it
Yeah,
was so good, dude. Yeah. They
yeah.
I think that they really understood that like we knew what the stakes were, right? Because we've like you said earlier, we've all seen Rogue One. We know what happens theoretically, right? So the idea is like how can we make a show interesting when the audience already knows what the outcome's going to be, right? And I don't think that they could have nailed it any more on the head. They knew what they wanted to do. They knew what needed to be done, and they fucking did it, dude. Like, this show has everything, man. It has excellent action set pieces. It has interesting espionage, interesting character dynamics, interesting stakes. It has even some funny moments. There's some like good like comedic levity in a few parts of this, which is classic Star Wars. That episode with Cyril and his mom, was fucking
My god, she
hilarious,
is
dude.
insufferable.
Oh
She
my
is
god, fuck that woman,
insufferable.
dude. But like that entire scene was so good in terms of just being this like incredibly uncomfortable like dinner with your in-laws type situation, which they never
Mhm,
do in Star Wars. And so they let us have like this moment of levity in this episode with these two characters that are honestly huge pieces of shit, right? Fuck both of these characters, Cyril and what's her name? Daedra. Fuck both of them. But I also wholeheartedly agree with what you said earlier, that their characters are so well written and so well acted that I was, for a moment there, more interested in their character relationship and what was going on with them than I was with anything else for like 3 episodes, dude. I was like, what the fuck is going to go on with these two, right? Because we had this like slow build of like Daedra being sus and Cyril being like way in over his head and like what that could possibly mean. And by the time that we were done with like episode 8, I was like kind of feeling bad for Cyril. What the fuck? Why would we ever feel bad? But that's good writing, dude. Yes, sir.
And in that moment, do you wish that he did it?
Man,
I wish that he did it. I kind of wish that he did it.
Oh man, I do too. I do too.
Because that would
like,
have been such a good like conclusion to
I know,
all of that.
I know, man.
Like, but it still it makes sense why they didn't do that, because it made sense later on in the story.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just want to say that moment when I was watching, I was like, no way, this is gonna happen.
Yeah, I legit thought they were going to go there for a second. I was like, I don't know if Disney has the balls, dude. I don't know if they have the balls, man. And they pretty much almost committed to it until the very last second, right?
Dude, it was feeling that. It was looking that way. It was also very like visceral and real looking too. It was like, I was like, oh my god.
Fuck, dude, they're really doing it, bro. And you know what? And I can't even like take that credit away from them, because that episode, they really do it. Episode 8, by the way, for you people at home, if you didn't get to episode 8 and you were like, I don't know about this, that's the one, dog. That's the one that's gonna get you in, man. Because I remember like going through the episodes, I would have moments where I'd like pick up my phone for a quick minute and then put it down because there was like an important story moment or something like that. Episode 8, I had like my phone out for a second, saw what was happening, and I was like, oh fuck. And just like put my phone down. And I was just in for the whole episode, dude. Just this show, honest to God, has some Game of Thrones level shit in it that I think makes it so outstanding.
Dare I say better than Game of Thrones?
I don't want to say better. I want to say as good. Because they're so just like fundamentally different in what they're trying to do, that I don't like comparing two bad bitches against each other. You know what I'm saying? Like they're both bad. You know what I mean? Like they're both bad, and they're both bad in their like own ways. You know, like Game of Thrones is good if you're wanting this like super crazy high fantasy like fucked up world, and Star Wars is Andor specifically is great if you're wanting like super fucked up espionage, dude, and spy shit and assassin shit. And like there's that one episode that's the only spoiler type thing I'll do at all. There's that episode with Bix doing her mission, and at the end of it, her and Andor are walking away. Oh yeah, and I was like, that was cold, so bro. Good. That was the hardest shit fucking ever, dude. Oh my god,
yeah, that was cold. I do want to give some credit here to, the way that the Gilroy brothers have captured like the roots of different cultures in this show. Fantastic, because we never get anything as in depth like that in anything else Star Wars, unless it's like Sith or Jedi, right?
Yeah.
And like, dude, they went in on the culture of the gore.
Yeah, dude. Well, and like what was interesting too with like the Gorin place, that like they did a really good job of making it feel like this East European World War II type of place, right? Like people are very heavy hearted. They're just trying to get by. They're doing the best that they can. They're even down to their outfits for all the common folk are very East European style like back in the 1940s type of costumes and wear. And you're 100% right. I think that like culturally speaking, they do such a good job of individualizing the different set pieces that we got. I mean, even in what was it, like episode 2, when Cassian's on that planet and that like rebel group is there, right? Well, not like rebel group, but like the people, the fucking goofy dudes that shouldn't have been there, right? Even like having them look the way that they did in that world fit the setting so well. And every time that we were like back on Coruscant, right? And like how that had a specific look to it too. The people back on Cassian's home planet, they had a specific look to them too. The cultural emphasis in this show is super interesting and like really goes to show how good I think that the costume designing is in this show. Because I'll tell you what, dog, I don't think that I think that Star Wars has done a good job of costume design. I don't think they've done an excellent job on it in terms of like how things can look post the original 6 movies, right? Some of the costume design can be a little bit wonky here and there. But we got to the wedding episode of this season, and I was a believer, dog, because everyone's suit, everyone's fit was just sauced fuck up, dog. Oh my, Mon Mothma this entire show. I would not in my entire life think that woman was attractive in like normal everyday life. But she had so much fucking drip every single time she was on screen that I was like, you know what? Maybe she is fine as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she is dripped out like just sauced like a nugget, dude. And I don't know. Like I had a really, really big appreciation for the costume design and like the makeup design and like how they made everything feel very, I don't know. It didn't feel like over CGI. It didn't feel fake. It felt very practical in a majority of what they did. And from what I understand, that they didn't actually film this in the usual background Unreal Engine screen that they've been doing.
A lot of like actual set design.
I think most of this was actual on site. Yeah. Which is fucking cool. I love when they do stuff like that. Yeah, man. I don't know, dude. I don't want to beat a dead horse, so to kind of finish things off for me. Dude, this show I think made me fall in love with Star Wars just the right amount for me to be like, all right, Mandalorian and Grogu, let's go. I'm in, dude. Because like everything about this just had what I wanted out of Star Wars in it, man.
See, I'm this may surprise people. I actually have no sense of excitement for Mandalorian and Grogu.
Sure. I didn't really have much either, but I do now.
I don't. Different creators, different writers. I'm more excited about Ahsoka season 2.
Sure. That's fair, man. That's fair. I guess my excitement is lended to the idea that maybe, just maybe, Star Wars is starting to understand what their audience wants, right? Because like we don't want goofy teenager dude doing the awkward spin thing to shoot his gun, right? We don't want that shit. We don't want that shit like we got in Book of Boba Fett. We don't want it, right? What we do want is really cool scenes of people getting shot in front of everybody. That's what we fucking want.
No, I want more espionage Star Wars. That shit is fucking
it went fucking hard, dude. And like, and I mean, and if they can find a way to combine that,
is just the whole sequence
for fucking real, dude.
Did you feel something inside you when the forehead was kissed?
I mean, I feel a lot of things inside me, man.
Okay, but in all seriousness, come on. Like, especially
no, I did feel it mostly because they explained the backstory with them, right? And like that paid off.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, 100%. It paid off so well. It paid off so well there. You know what? Actually, I want to finish it off by saying that even though this show is impeccable and everything about it is just out of this fucking world, honest to God, dude, I am putting my money in the same pot as you. Stellan Skarsgård is the star of this fucking show. Like oh my god, dude, him playing as Luthen is just oh my god. Every time he was on screen, I felt something. Something, whether it was fear, uncomfortedness, anxiousness, happiness, even every time he was on screen, he just has this, like, him playing Luthen had just so much character and charisma and just felt powerful every time he was there. Dude, the dinner party, man. The conversation with Mon Mothma before the Senate speech. Oh my god, dude. Like, like fucking talk about like just giving us what he already gave us and just making it fucking better, man. He is outstanding in this show. And honest to God, like it goes to show his experience, because Stellan Skarsgård, honestly, every character he's ever played, I think, has been fucking outstanding, to be honest with you. All the way back down to like Pirates of the Caribbean, where he's playing Bootstrap Bill, right? Like, he is amazing. And I think that him doing this character in this show really goes to show that he was just like, nah, I still got it. I still fucking got it, dude. And it really showed for it. I think, I don't know if you agree with me, I never really liked Forrest Whitaker in Rogue One as Saw Gerrera. I don't really like him in this either, but everything else in the show's so good that I almost just like, whatever. You know what I mean?
I do like it because in order to understand Saw Gerrera, you need to watch
Clone Wars
and Rebels.
Yeah, because there's a whole backstory with Saw and his sister,
his whole arc, and the reason why the way he is, it happens in the animated series.
Yeah,
unfortunately, but I still like it. I like the unpredictable militancy, the craziness from him, and the lunacy that precedes him. But it's like an intelligent lunacy.
Yeah,
you know,
right. He's cold, calculated, right?
Yeah, I like it. I think he plays the character very well, honestly, and that's why he not only is him on screen, but he even voices the character in like every other media too.
He does.
You know,
he does.
Like, he is that character.
He is that character,
and he does a good job, and he owns it in my opinion. Especially for what the character is. The character is a very important part throughout the whole rebel insurgency and the Clone Wars too.
Yeah.
So I think it's good he's there, personally.
Sure. Fair enough, man.
I think like they said that they originally wanted to do 5 seasons. I think we were supposed to see a lot more of him.
Yeah, I think so too.
And that probably would have played into it a lot better. But after watching Rogue One, like watching his rise to how he becomes in Rogue One, I feel like it'll make you appreciate him more.
I do think that they did a good job of connecting him in this to what happens with him in Rogue One very well. I do think that they connected it very well. And if anything that this show is sort of a testament to is how well they connect this with the movie predecessor. Right. And ultimately how like I said earlier, just like utilizing the fact that we already knew what was going to happen because we saw Rogue One a decade ago. They still found a way to surprise us. Like that whole plot twist at the end of the show completely changes everything we understood about Cassian and understood about Rogue One, generally speaking. It completely flips it upside down because now we like realize, well, shit, if it wasn't for Bix doing what she does, they probably would have lost. You know what I mean? Like that, like, and she only did it for that reason. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy to think about. They did a good job of really kind of like committing towards explaining everything that like Rogue One didn't even really need to explain, but they were like, nah, fuck it. Like, we're gonna give you more Rogue One, dude. And that's what they fucking did. They gave us 4 more Rogue Ones, brother. Like every single week we got 3 episodes, 3 hours of content. That's 4 more fucking movies worth of story arcs that we got out of this fucking show, and it was impeccable. Devin, should people watch it right away? And what is your rating? Let's do your rating for Andor as a whole.
Andor as a whole, people should watch it right away, like 110%. This show is a fucking 10 out of 10. The real trilogy is Andor season 1, season 2, and Rogue fucking 1.
All right, dog. All right, dog. I see you, brother.
That is the real Star Wars trilogy.
Devin, people should see this right away. Very good piece of content. Very good show. And if you're a Star Wars fan, yeah, fucking watch this right away. If you're a Star Wars fan and you don't like the show, what the fuck? I'm not listening to you about anything. You know what I'm saying? And dude, Rogue One, easily my favorite Star Wars movie of all fucking time. Andor, easily my favorite piece of Star Wars content of all time. Brother, this is a 10 out of 10, brother.
This is a fucking 10 out of 10.
Unanimous, brother. God damn, this show is a fucking 10 out of 10, dude. Because you're right. Andor 1 and 2 and Rogue One are the real fucking trilogy, dog.
Like, 100%.
God damn, dude.
Trilogy. Actually, we could even just say Andor, the season as a like everything as a whole, Rogue One, and A New Hope. That is the trilogy. That's all you need, baby.
Dude. God damn,
that's all you need.
Ooh wee, what a piece of content, dude.
We got all these game remakes. Let's remake A New Hope. No, I'm kidding.
Just retcon half of it, you know what I'm saying? A new hope.
Yeah, you know, Ewan McGregor, he's getting old enough. We can just have him play the role.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, exactly, dude.
You know, recast Luke Skywalker, you know,
I mean they already CG'd his face for Mandalorian, dude. They could do it again.
I don't want them to do that.
Yeah, no, that'd be fucking weird. That'd be so fucking weird. Dude, the way they de-aged Stellan Skarsgård in this.
Oh, yeah. They did a good job.
They did a very good job.
That's where rumor has it $100 million of the budget went into that.
So they've said, my friend. But you guys at home don't have $100 million budget, because this has been 20,000 Films Under the Sea, your choice for all the nerdy pop media news, reviews, and discussions that you want each and every week. And if you want some behind the scenes action, you can head on over to our Patreon at patreon.com/goodkrakenpods, where you can get exclusive content, discounts on merchandise, and have early access to episodes before they go live on podcasts and video services wherever you like to watch or listen. But don't forget to join the GK community on our Discord channel by clicking the link down in our description section below, hitting follow and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, and then subscribing to our podcast channel by searching for 20,000 Films Under the Sea and leaving a review there.
Review.
We have to get going, everybody, but until next time, I have friends everywhere.
I have friends everywhere.
Everywhere. Oh, that was really good. That was really good.
I have friends everywhere.